This is our semi-annual report. For introductions, I'm Mark Grant from the project coordinator for the Water Division. So basically, the purpose of this meeting is one of our obligations under the AOC requirements is we share the context of what we reported to the EPA in a semi-annual report, as well as this vacancy status updates of the project itself for Nāʻālehu. With that, just also with us, we have Anita Pāhala. She's our civil engineer from wastewater. We have our deputy director, Pāhala in the back corner. Our court counsel, Pāhala and Nāʻālehu, and our director, Wesley Sabal, on the back. And then our maintenance manager from Cesspool. So this basically, real quick, it's just we're gonna go over the ground rules purpose, the semi-annual report information that we reported to EPA between January and July 2025. Then we're gonna go over the Pāhala Cesspool closure, the milestones and the next steps, as well as the Nāʻālehu Cesspool closure, some of the milestones and the next steps, and then we'll have some information on resources on where information can be found, as well as give some time for some Q&A. So all we ask is be respectful. If you need to place your cell phones on mute, everybody will have a chance, to speak. If you're not well at speaking in front of crowds, I do have some comment cards up front that you're free to walk to. Write down your comments. It's terrible. And then, it's no profanity or abusive language. All right, so for the information that we submitted to EPA in our semi-annual report, so this is from the period of January to July of 2025. So on the first milestone that we're required in the AOC, it's our environmental information document. So just to refresh everyone, the environmental information document, it's analysis of environmental impacts the project may have to the environment itself. So that's what that environmental information document is, just that analysis on that. So for Pāhala, we did complete the final EID that was submitted and approved by the EPA. For Nāʻālehu, where we currently stand is we're currently addressing comments that we received from SHPD, the State Historic Preservation Division, on our archaeological inventory survey, the AIS. So we're currently working on addressing those comments. For the implementation plan, for Pāhala, that has been completed, and we have received EPA's approval on our implementation plan. For the Nāʻālehu closure, that is our future activity. That will be submitted to the EPA 60 days after we receive approval of our EID for Nāʻālehu. So that's a future activity. Moving into pre-construction and construction. For the Pāhala collection system, so that construction that was received was in October 28, 2024. We did start the physical groundbreaking work in July of this year. For the Pāhala wastewater treatment plant, we are currently in the bid solicitation period, so we're in the bidding phase of that project. And then for Nāʻālehu, we do have 30% design complete on the collection system and the sewer pump station, and the 30% design is currently in the wastewater treatment portion. And then for our county website, we do update that on a monthly basis, and we'll have the website information later on. Okay. So just moving into Pāhala, so the green shaded colors, those are the existing lots. Existing lots are the existing lots that is currently connected to our large capacity cesspool. The purple magenta, it's newly accessible lots where we are bringing the sewer lateral up to the property line, and that property will become accessible. Right. So some of the closure milestones that we met, that we have met. So since our last meeting that we had in February, earlier this year, we have gone out with the wastewater treatment plant bid solicitation, and July 7th, we have commenced the collection system construction work. The completion date of the collection system, it is May 11th, 2026. But due to some current unforeseen site discrepancies that we have to resolve, there is likelihood that completion date will be adjusted. We're currently coordinating with the contractor to kind of get a established completion. And then on the next step for the awarding of the wastewater treatment plant construction project, so the bid is currently in the bid phase. Bid opening is scheduled for September 25th. And then from there, we will be going through evaluation process and bid award contract. So if all goes well and as per plan, we could be expecting sometime the spring of 2026 for the contract for the wastewater treatment plant. So some of the next steps for our Pāhala Cesspool closure, it is the finalization of some of the easement acquisitions, continuation on the completion of the collection system construction, and then our bid opening and awarding of the wastewater treatment plant construction contract. And then we do have our next semi-annual report for the community, tentatively scheduled for February 26th. I do want to stop. Does anybody have any questions regarding Pāhala? Yeah.
So what can we do this one?
Sorry.
What can we do this one?
Yeah, I do apologize. That's one mistake on my part. I have to print on the slides. What we can do, we can look to post it on our website. But did you sign it and I can email it to you on? Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. Alright, so Nāʻālehu, so very similar color shades. So the shaded green, it is the existing lots that is connected to our large capacity cesspool. And the purple magenta colored shaded lots, those are going to be the intended newly accessible lots. And this orange shaded lots, those are going to be potentially the newly accessible lots as well. Just due to part our gravity collection system will be fronting those properties. So to kind of provide accessibility, we're going to make those accessible. Sorry, you had a question there?
I can't hear what you said about Nāʻālehu.
Oh, so for Nāʻālehu, so the green shaded lots are the existing lots that are connected to our large capacity cesspool currently. The purple magenta color lots are your newly accessible lots, where we'll be bringing the lateral to the property. We won't be connecting them to the new system, but we will be making them accessible to the new system itself. The orange shaded color lots, those are going to be the potential newly accessible lots as well, due to our new gravity collection system that's going to be coming down Nāʻālehu's road. Will be fronting those properties. So for those properties, we will be bringing the lateral up to the property line, making them accessible to the new store.
Question.
Yes,
Here, good. The purple. Is it private owned property? because the understanding I had in a couple meetings back, that they were gonna do the line for us. And the county was gonna, we have to send an invoice to the county, and then they take care of that. And now we have a different version, that we gotta do it on our own, we have to do this, do that. But my question is, do we accept the agreement that they had, saying that the county was gonna put the bill on our lines, preparing our lines to tie in with your line?
Yeah, so the direction right now, the main focus is the closure of the LCs.
Okay,
So the main objection of the project is to close the large capacity cesspools, which the focus is to connect the existing lots to the new system. And the purple lots are just going to be the cesspool where so sewer lateral is only being very small to the market.
so in other words, you're telling me that, so that word don't go, that they said they were gonna put the bill, not to tie into our house, but the lines going from our home to your line, was going to be put by the county.
Yeah, so I think that might have been a misunderstanding.
Okay, wait a second. So we can't say misunderstanding. I have witnesses say that they heard that to be that don't worry, county will take care of that. You go and find a contractor and send an invoice to the county. I want to clear that up because there's a lot of home, well, not too much home across the street in the purple that is involved. But I wish you would clear that up because look at the minutes or whatever minutes that they had in the other meetings. I know it's a changeover of administration and all that, but what they said to the other administration, they said to us, don't worry, we'll take care of it. Yeah. I wanna clarify that because of the fact that we gotta prepare ourselves.
Okay, so
Wait, you got anything?
Oh, I was just gonna tell them, there's also, you can seek financial assistance, like through the USDA.
Yeah.
Rural development, they can help you in particular.
They didn't tell us that, they didn't tell us that.
Well, I'm telling you now, that's
So-
available to you if you so choose.
so I guess we'll take that comment.
Yeah.
We'll get that clarified and I think we'll develop a consistent message that can be brought out.
Yeah.
Let me hear the next one.
So, allow us, to have internal discussion on the county side, and we'll come up with a consistent message to kind of clarify, and clear that message up.
We'll come back to me.
We will, come back with this message.
I'll gather all the witnesses to that we had at the meeting, and, I mean, we have to clear the air, because I missed 2 meetings ago. Two meetings, but all the rest I attended. And that, almost at the last part of Hawai'i and Nāʻālehu, and they said that they would, county was going to put the bill for the, not the tie from a house to the line. We have to top star now, getting a contractor to put lines to you guys. But yeah, okay. Find out about that because of the fact that I am concerned and most of the people in Pāhala is concerned. And too bad that the meeting is in Nāʻālehu. If you go to Pāhala, there would have been more Pāhala people.
Yeah, we try to be, as far as, we try to be fair, try to switch out our location on the semi report. meetings.
Why not look at, because I would like to know about it.
Okay.
Because I can inform the Pāhala people that's gonna be involved. And like what you mark in the purple. At the meetings, all the meetings, you never mentioned the one going across that way. You know that purple? Up straight down, it's like mighty. What street is it?
This one Nāʻālehu.
This is the river.
This Nāʻālehu, not Pāhala.
Yeah, sure. Well, I appreciate you bringing that to our attention now, and we'll kind of clear the air on that.
Before they say to me that I am putting an official complaint. Or not complaint, I wanna know.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, a couple of meetings that we've been going to is eventually.
Okay.
So all the purple, we found the pay through it, is what basically we're destroying.
Or the connection from your house to the Okay.
Mark, question for you. So the properties that are purple and orange, are they already using the LCCs now?
No. So, because the collection system is fronting the property, we're gonna be making it accessible because of couple things, under our AOC, we're required to make so many newly accessible ones. So that's the first thing, and then the next part is, when you have a collection system that's fronting your property, you are basically being accessible by the Department of Health. So therefore, we're bringing the lateral to the property line, so that the connection is easier for the homeowners.
I mean, that makes sense. I totally understand why they would require that or why you would want that. My concern is that the property that you're using to treat the wastewater, may have conditions that don't make it ideal for servicing that much of the community. So in order to accommodate those additional properties, you're gonna have to pump in more money to develop that site. That's something I talked to you about previously. So, I mean, I see that you've got the bakery covered, that has a lot of people using that commercial property, that restaurant. And then you have this other property on the corner side of the Spur Road that hasn't been developed, but it's slated for an affordable housing project. So that's really gonna, in order to meet that capacity for all those additional, units, you're gonna have to really beef up this wastewater treatment plant, and that cost is gonna fall back on the taxpayers.
Yeah, it will, but again, because we have our collection system that's gonna be fronting the property, we're gonna be required to connect to that system. Even if we make it accessible, we don't make it accessible, because the Department of Health will be seeing you have a school line within our vicinity. You will have to.
And like I said, that makes sense because the connection is the easy part. Treating the sewage after is where it's gonna be missing.
Yeah.
That's where it's engineers come in. and figure that stuff out.
Do you know how much we're looking
Yeah, I was thinking about that or something.
So, for Pāhala is 65. Yes.
at? No, but like how much money are we missing?
Okay, yeah, so the current estimated cost for Pāhala that we're starting with is 27.5 million.
So like for each household, how much do you think are? for
Oh,
one
that's
household?
Oh, that's the ultimate question. I think the actual cost of the homeowner and from the building to the property, allow the property to get conditions.
Yeah.
I and worded in the existing map.
Connect to the road.
Or-
Yes. Because I'm about 15 feet from the road.
Because we need to prepare. See, wow. We're not making any promises.
So, yeah, so maybe, in connection with, the values question of. Some more, program.
How about the money was distributed from the plantations? People gave X amount of money for them to follow through the sewage system. And we get money ready to the function of doing whatever they're doing now. Including studies and all that. We are concerned about who will pay what bill. I mean, we're gonna charge you, usage of your waste by your water bill. And let's put it this way, all your local people use your washing machine water to water your lawn, to do all that, but you can pay that water because of your sewage. But anyway, what we consider about the project moving. And the project is moving fast, but we're concerned about the people on the side. I am concerned about the people on the side that have to join. And then who pays the bill?
So Mark, just one more question. So you said there's gonna be 65 lots serviced by the Pāhala wastewater treatment plant?
No, so, sorry, let me go back to that slide. So, there's gonna be 109 existing lots that's serviced by the wastewater treatment plant under the project. The purple magenta color are the 65 newly accessible.
The 174 lots.
Yeah.
For $27.5 million. So it's almost $160,000 per house. It's a lot of money. So what is the cost for the knowledge?
Now it's still to be determined that, because we're still, the design is still in the progress stages at the 30%. So once we get the site a little bit we can get some more. Alright, so for now, we still in the works, right? So we did complete the feasibility report, and then the preliminary engineering report was completed. The milestone that we're trying to target and try to meet is the environmental information document. That's due in January 20th, 2026. As stated in the previous slide, we're currently looking to address the comments we received from Shipley on the AIS. So next steps, looking to finalize the EID, complete the design of incorporating the seaward system. Working towards the wastewater treatment plant land acquisition. We have the outreach to the newly accessible commercial properties. That's the orange lots from the previous slide. And then we'll be having our next district-wide community meeting, tentatively set on the 19th of February. That will be. So here's just some of the resources. So if you go to our website, you can find all the project information. I'll try to work on trying to get the slides posted on there, but also I'll email it to you as well. We do have an Instagram page as well as a YouTube, which our public information officer does keep keep up to date. And then anything regarding the AOC on the EPA website, there's a link that you can find that information. Any questions?
What's that thing you said to?
Oh, there's the USDA Rural Development, they have a grant program for people of a certain age, like 65 and above, for connecting to sewer. And they also have like low cost loans too. It's in our sewer connection FAQ on our website. Sources for sewer connection.
Question mark, so what percentage of the Pāhala wastewater treatment plant is being, paid for by the federal?
Right now, the current funding source is geo bonds, economic geo bonds.
And
We are, we do look to make the project eligible for clean water SRF funding, but that's really to be determined on how the Department of Health looks to spread out that funding for that, clean water SRF.
and they have that funding, or they're still trying to secure?
Also, making the project eligible doesn't guarantee anything from the Department of Health for the clean water SRF. It's just a matter of how they distribute that money out to multiple counties based off the different counties' priorities of their projects.
But wasn't the county always planning to use federal funding to pay for most of that along wastewater?
So for the Pāhala, the intent at the time was to pursue the clean water SRF funding.
So is that gonna pay for just the collection system, which you're already building right now, or for the treatment facility?
So that's to be determined, on what funding we could get from the clean water SRF. For the Pāhala collection system portion, we did qualify for some ARPA grant money, which we did get about a third of the funding from that grant.
Because could we be in a position where you build a collection system, but you don't have enough money to actually build the facility?
I guess we will, we do have to see what the results come to see if it does come into the budget. And then depending on that results, we'll see what impact that has on.
I mean, it's no secret that the federal administration has attacked the EPA, downsizing the EPA. And I think a lot of those federal grants, federal funds are at risk. And, I think it's noble what you folks are doing. We all know that the LCCs do cause, damage to the environment, but, it's still unstable right now, the federal funding.
Yeah.
And, you guys already started on the collection system, so it's a big risk, I think, for the county, to be doing that without the guaranteed funding from the facility itself.
But that is a good point about the concern about the federal funding side of things. But we do have to make progress moving forward. So I think the collection system is the first step, and then we'll have to see how the bid results come in, and see how we need to address that. With that, I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time. That is my contact information, email address, and my office number. But with that, please help yourself to some things, some snacks at that, and don't hesitate to give them a call. Yeah.
Is it being recording?
Yes.
Recording?
Yes,
Is it?
yes.
Okay, well,
To the cloud for our education, for our,
Yeah, so the meeting recordings, I believe, are public information also posted on our YouTube page.
yeah.
so I just was,
Yeah, so close to the phone, yeah.
I'm concerned.
So you can get all the records from the first meeting to now.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we came
Thank
back then, and what's the granddaughter, before this was covered.
Yes, they go back. So our public information officer did go back. And I think out of the one meetings, yes, we did hear that one where it was expressed.
Is that not?
But again, I think going back, will on our end, go back and to that area is on that discussion. Right, with that, thank you guys very much.
So thank you.